Ah, where's the back of the plane? The back of the plane has fallen off. What are we going to do? Oh, there's the back of the plane. Never mind. That's strange. Hello, everybody. I'm DerTebbers. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Action Air Base in Greece aboard our Airspeed Oxford. Let me start her up while we're sitting here. There's an Airspeed Oxford in Hellenic Air Force livery. Nice little start up there. Alright, looks like we got some good contact on those engines. Alright. How are we looking on those engine gauges? What engine gauges? Ah, found them. They're over there. Alright, RPMs have stabilized on both engines. Good. Alright. Let's fly and die. Wait, do we have flaps? We do have flaps. Oh, look at all those flaps. How much flap do we have? Do we have a lot of flap? Oh, we have an epic amount of flap. Wow, we have a lot more flap than I thought we had. Good grief. Look at that. We don't need anywhere near that amount of flap. In fact, we probably don't need but one click of flap, I would presume. Yeah, we got a huge runway in front of us. So let's power up our two Armstrong Siddeley Cheetah X radial engines, 350 horsepower apiece. Look at that plane taken to the sky like a champion. Let me not crash it. That would be an important thing. Alright. The Airspeed AS-10 Oxford is a twin-engine aircraft used for training British Commonwealth air crews in navigation, radio operation, bombing, and gunnery during the Second World War. With the expansion of the Royal Air Force in the 1930s, the service had an operational requirement for an advanced training aircraft, particularly for crews destined for bombing aircraft. I just noticed I can... Oh, no, I can't. That's a walk plane. I thought I could see my stringers through the wing. Nope, I can't. Okay. The Oxford was based on Airspeed's commercial 8-seat aircraft, the AS-6 Envoy, designed by Hassel-Tiltman. 7 Envoys had been modified for the South African Air Force as the convertible Envoy, which could be equipped with, at short notice, with a machine gun in a hand-operated Armstrong Whitworth dorsal turret and with bomb racks. So they took that concept and then they flipped it over and when they built for the British Commonwealth training needs. A total of 8,586 Oxfords were built. That's a lot of Oxfords when you think about it. This is just a training aircraft, initially. I mean, that's its original design was purely as a trainer. So when you think about that, that's 8,000 trainers. Then I think about it, I'm like, yeah, but they probably crashed a lot of them. The Oxford, nicknamed the Oxbow, was used to prepare complete air crews for RAF Bomber Command. It could simultaneously train the pilots, the navigators, the bomb aimers, the gunners, and the radio operators on the same flight. So in theory, you'd get to know your crew, though the chances are you probably weren't training with people who actually became your crewmates. It did allow you to train as a full unit versus what the original style of training was, which is the pilot gets trained in one aircraft, the bomber gets trained in another aircraft, etc. Instead, you're working as one unit on one plane. In addition to training duties, this aircraft was used in communication and anti-submarine roles and as an air ambulance in the Middle East. After the war, 152 surplus Oxfords were converted into small 6-seat commercial airliners called the AS-65 Consul. A few Oxfords were also acquired by the Hellenic Air Force and used during the Greek Civil War. Now, although the Oxford was equipped with fixed-pitch wooden or metal props, the cockpit contained a pitch lever. Do I actually have a pitch lever in here? I don't think I do. Odd. It contained a pitch lever which was to be moved from course defined for landing. This was to reinforce an important step for those trainee pilots, because when you got to the big bombers, you actually had to manage the pitch of your props. So they went ahead and put the lever in there, even though if you technically didn't do it, it didn't matter because these are fixed pitch props, so they're not going to change anyway. Now, default, it has a crew of 3, though obviously more when you add the rest of the crew in here. Maximum speed was a pedestrian, let's call it that, 192 miles per hour, or 309 kilometers an hour at 8,000 feet. That's 2,440 meters. The endurance was 5.5 hours, so you could really train the crew on operation when they were going to operate for an extended amount of time aboard their bombers. Armament, when necessary, 1.303 inch or 7.7 millimeters Vickers K machine gun in a dorsal turret, and 16 11.5 pound or 5 kilogram practice bombs that could be carried externally. Wow, this is going to be an interesting landing, isn't it? Good thing we have miles of runway in front of us. This will be an interesting landing. I don't know why I'm wiggling the aircraft side to side. I just feel like it today. Leave me alone. All right, let's not kill the plane. A smart pilot would go around. We're not going to do that. Come on. Ah, I think we're on the ground. Are we on the ground? I think we are. Oh, plane, you really need to stop. Oh, it is stopping. We're at 90 or 80 or something. Okay, there we go. Pull it up to slam that rear tail into the ground. Well, slam it is a relative term. Ah, we used up the entire runway. Nice. Are you going to stop anytime, plane? Stopping would be really great. Okay, we stopped, or came close to it. All right, so if I open up the plane, that opens, but notice the window stays in place. Isn't that wonderful? So there's another little thing. If I look behind me, my door's closed. My door's open, but oh my God, there's no back of the plane. Close that. I don't want to see that. Scary. Very scary. All right, let's check our numbers. Shift 1. There's an up-close view of your general gauges. 2 gets us a modern radio stack. 3 gets us a giant GPS, and that's it. Not a lot, but not a bad-looking little aircraft. You need a nice little twin-engine trainer aircraft before you go and jump into your Lancaster or whatever else you want to get into, I guess. If you just need a nice twin-engine aircraft, the cockpit looks good. You got your mixture control here. Landing lights? Really? Oh yeah, those are my landing lights. I bet you originally that was the pitch control right there. Yeah, I bet you it was. Oh, plane, you're going to overcook there. The only thing that kind of detracts from this is the use of the modern radio. I would have expected the classic radio pack, but, you know, I'm kind of okay with it. What's this? No idea what that just did. It's just, I'm going to flip this thing and see what it does. I have no idea what it did, but hey, whatever. Whatever. You guys can figure it out, I'm sure. Oh, I was hoping that was just going to turn one of them, not both engines. Oh, well. All right, so that is the Airspeed Oxford. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator X-Plane Spotlight. The link to this plane is in the description as always. Till next time, remember, randomly turning knobs and dials in a plane that you don't know how to fly, probably not a good idea.